Morning, and again, welcome to the KTNG Morning Show. We are broadcasting live on both Facebook and YouTube, so please join the conversation if you wish. Let's start our day with a morning prayer, so please join me if you wish. If not, I hold no judgment. But not like this because it makes you a slave, and definitely not like this when you still can't pronounce the word hamburger, but more so in humility. Thank God for my early rising and good health this morning, well as every morning. I thank God for the opportunities He places before me. So therefore, I may be able to succeed with those. His bequest and His bequest only. To help those who cannot help themselves. So that self-reliance leads to self-preservation and everything else down the road. However, to show some sort of compassion towards our enemies, even though they deserve it, but tada the culo. That's why Jesus Christ did the 277th heir to the throne of Jah himself, King Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari. You may join the conversation if you will, people. Because as you know, the dragon of the mountain is awoke and he roars hysterically like my mom now, okay? So, therefore, if anything, where's my dragon roar? Damn it. That's so messed up. I've been fighting this bloody thing all freaking morning. For real. There we go. Thank you. Finally. Okay. So, anyway, thank you all for coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, residents, constitutionalists, revisionists, and rioters alike, and those of us who cannot put our pants on in the morning correctly, welcome to the KTNG Morning Show. Ow. Welcome to the KTNG Morning Show. We are live this morning on YouTube as well, so you may get a chance to revert, or this is so funny. It's like if I move one hand, it looks like I'm left, and then I'm right-handed here. I don't know, but okay. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming through. This is Martin Luther King's birthday, or Martin Luther King's Day, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, we're doing a lot of stuff on the station, so please tune in at KTNG860am.org and listen in for yourself and hear some great information. More importantly, the stories that go with it. We call those stories of you. Now, for everybody on YouTube, you can like and subscribe to this channel, and most importantly, leave some comments, so this way you know exactly what's going on. But for the most part and everything, what I do here is I systematically look at the news, give my solutions and opinions upon them because I think outside the proverbial corporate box. So, if you are with the FBI, CIA, or NSA, or any of that nature, any gross organizations of that nature, remember, you heard it from the host of this show. On beat now, the G to the R to the I to the Z, ZST, all day from the top of the mountain to the underneath the Ronald Reagan Freeway. That's right. Yo, freak on the peak who's about to speak. And if you open up your mind, you might learn something for the rest of the damn week. Now, let's get down to business, shall we? Okay, let's get down to business. Because I know for a fact it's like, I know most of you people are like wondering why is my, the green on my hat like, systematically like buzzing all over the place. But anyway, it's because it's this chroma color stuff here. Anyway, there we are. KTNG860am.org, Unified Community Broadcasting, Talk and Soul Radio for all of Colorado Springs and the world. Yes, we are worldwide. That's right. 15 countries enrolling, Jack. 15 countries enrolling. Why? Because we are protecting the First Amendment here. And also, we are the voice of the voiceless. So, let's get to the shooting gallery, shall we? All right, you can peep me, you can speak to me, you can do whatever you want on this particular channel, because for one thing, we believe in free speech, whether it's negative or positive. So whatever you got, shoot it. If not, shut up and let me do my thing. Anyway, as you know, it is the 31st day, a whole month, government shutdown. How is that working for you? How is that working for you? How's that working out? How's that working out? Now everybody wants to shift blame because the main person who owns the shutdown is the main jackass who started it in the first place because of his petulant pettiness. So, let's go to the beast and start reading off some of that pettiness. And then I'm going to get to Mike Pence's stupid white ass in a minute. Anyway, okay? Anyway, as it is now recorded, I go to like my several sources here, and I will name them off so this way you know exactly where to find a lot of this stuff. All right? Now, come on, baby. Come on, baby. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Now, as we all know, I get this from the Daily Beast. Your boy Cheeseburger has been nominated for a Razzie. And this is usually a Razzie award is basically for worst picture, worst actor, worst everything. And Cheeseburger seems to have, I think, gotten one. Or he's gotten two, really. So I don't know if he's going to accept those or anything like that. But I guess from the record number of TSA airport workers absent because of shutdown, he should get 3 of them. Bottom line story here. Record number of airport security workers are absent over the weekend, largely because of financial hardship during the government shutdown. Now, when I apply for a financial hardship wherever I go, I got the burden of proof. Come on, you give me the easiest stereotype in the freaking world, people. Come on. So, TSA said in nationwide, 8% of TSA airport employees called out compared to 3% the same weekend a year ago. Since the Washington Post reported, TSA spokesman said in the absence of noticeable of large hubs in New York, Atlanta, Chicago, and Miami, the agency sent workers from a pool it uses for large-scale events like Super Bowls to replace screeners who could no longer afford to work without pay. TSA's capability is still limited and will ultimately lead to increased lane closures in order to maintain security effectiveness. Now, what does that mean to the average driver? That means you're going to have to, drive. You're going to have to drive, whether you're driving a truck or a car to get from one place to another, if you're traveling through states. Keep in mind, the grade letter is from A to D when I bring this fact up for you. There's a law, a hidden law called civil repossession. Okay? Now, this civil repossession, I was looking at it yesterday. I posted it up on Facebook. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't want to pay attention to it until it does happen, and then you start crying like a bunch of bitches. All right? But I'm going to let you know right now. In every state, their highways patrols can basically roll up on you when you are doing nothing. And not only hold you up, but they can also take money from you, cash money. And if you also have, they also have this ERAD, E-R-A-D. Now, this is a device that swipes your credit cards, your debit cards, or anything of that nature so they can get money. What do they do to that money? Most of them, usually take the money that you get from. I mean, if you're coming from Vegas and you got like 50 grand, cop stops you over and takes your freaking money, what are you going to do? Are you going to fight for it? Of course you are, but it's going to cost you twice as much, if not 2 times as much to get it back. This is all around the United States. This is all within the United States itself, which means the FOP allows this, to strip money from people at random. I put the law up yesterday, so I guess hopefully maybe you will get it. The federal government is basically riding on it. If the police go on, say, like excursions or anything like that, remember, it's not your tax dollars. It's the money that they strip from innocent people that they pull over who they think got money. Well, you could be using that money for drugs. Shit, who are you kidding? I could be using that money for alcohol. I could be using that money for diapers. Really. But that's America. America. All right? Now, you think this is hilarious. Now, on the subject of terrorism, national security threat. Don't you know that Martin Luther King was considered a national threat back in the 60s? He was. I was around. Here's the funny part. Cheeseburger is the national threat. He's holding hostage people. And I believe in the military we have a creed. Never negotiate with a terrorist. Never negotiate with a terrorist. And for some stupid reason, Cheeseburger thinks there's a contract for it. Let me show you something real quick. BuzzFeed, people who, dropped the bomb on that story where Cohen said, oh my God, he's like lying to the president, Senseless King Good, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. There you go. Anyway, BuzzFeed, cheeseburger. And I call him cheeseburger. Why? Come on, you saw the spread in the White House. If you did not see the spread at any particular time or see a meme of it, obviously you have been hiding under a dead rock, under a rotted tree called subjective ignorance. Okay? Yeah, nice. Anyway, the one thing I love about doing this show is I get to pick apart all the crap that this guy does because I have known this fool back in the 70s. All right? Come on, Studio 54. Who pulls up in a stretch limo with a bag of cocaine in his hand and some floozy? Cheeseburger. All right? The man with the small hands, Mr. PP tape that hasn't been shown yet. Okay? The original R. Kelly. The original R. Kelly. Oh, okay. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Everybody's been bagging on homeboy. But you know him, the man with no text plans, small hands, the man with the mushroom gland, okay? And most importantly, the most hated person right about now around the world who needs to be shot, killed, granulated into garbage as well as compost. Because he is a bag of shit. Anyway, Cheeseburger from BuzzFeed News. Cheeseburger is now using Dreamers as a bargaining chip to get wall funding and end the shutdown. No, end the shutdown first, you moron. Okay? And anybody else that's sitting up there saying, hey, we're holding out, the president's doing well, he's holding out, and all that crap. You are idiots because you jackasses out there don't get it. When you are struggling, okay? The middle class is getting a very firm squeezing out of this, okay? The middle class is suffering behind this jackass. And you got supporters, MAGA hat supporters out there saying, oh, well, gee whiz, guess what? We support what the president does, yeah. As long as you read the rhetorical garbage that comes from out of, say, like Fox News, and that's the only one that you actually watch because The Simpsons is on next, Family Guy and all the other cartoons who basically lambasted, and that's where you get your news from, shows a mark of intelligence, all you non-educated white people out there, all right? Now, because of his bargaining chip, he is holding hostage dreamers. He is holding hostage farmers. He is holding hostage this entire nation until he gets his stupid ass wall. Cheeseburger proposed a plan to offer 3 years of protection for dreamers and people holding temporary protected status, TPS, visas in exchange for border wall funding from Democrats as a part of a new bid on Saturday to end the partial government shutdown, which is the longest on record. He owns that. Of all the stupid, canophilous garbage that he's pulled out so far, he owns that one. Okay? And if you don't see it, you can't see it, or you don't want to see it or anything like that, trust and believe me, the word recession will be right around the corner. Who in their right mind would give people food stamps the day before Martin Luther King's birthday? Cheeseburger. Okay? You guys got a sucker punch, all right? Bam. How about you? Bam. Everybody gets a sucker punch because that's what this damn thing says. Sucker punch. You can see it right there. Anyway, I'm here today to break the logjam and provide Congress. You know, come on, man. I've seen better movements for a paraplegic. All right, come on. In Congress and provide a back to end the government shutdown. Says Cheeseburger in a 13-minute address. You know they only cut, I don't know why they cut my man down. He had 10 minutes and now he's doing 13 minutes. I mean, if his presidential speech is like 5 minutes, it's all, I would say 2 minutes of it is just actual truth and the rest of it is 5 minutes schlockery about him. Schlockery about his lies. Schlockery about his racist mentality and how he projects this all over the world and then going to try and show some sort of humanity. Some humanity? Please, you guys got another sucker punch. Facebook, bam. YouTube, bam. Come on, man. Come on. If you guys are so supportive of this fuckwad, okay, this is what you guys got. things that go out there in the trade war that are hurting America right now, China is basically saying, hey, you know something, let's just ease up a little bit and give Ivanka 5 more trademarks so that way she can continue making money and enslaving our people. But yet still, Cheeseburger said, we're going to bring all the industry jobs and everything here. Boy, your economy is doing great right about now. Oh, by the way, the recession is coming. And I said this at the beginning of last year. Anyway, since coming to power, Cheeseburger has pushed hard to end DACA protections introduced by former President Barack Obama. The only reason why he wanted to do everything in his power, wherever Obama laid law on the land, Cheeseburger racistly, okay, tried to get it off the books. He did, all right? You know this. If you don't know this, then gee whiz, maybe you're just still pretty much like a bunch of paper tigers and ostriches, right? So Cheeseburger offered 3 years of protection. Garbage. That is garbage. So that means within 3 years after he gets his wall and everything and whatnot, he can throw him out of there. That's how long it would take to build the wall, right? Okay? What part of stupid is America? The wall's going to actually stop people from coming through. It's going to stop people from driving through. Make a left and then another left. I should have made that left at Albuquerque. Okay, come on. Come on, people. Come on. This guy is a freaking lunatic. And you know the funny part is? People are out there supporting this nutcat, this nutbag. All right? The Senate Majority Leader. Where is Cocaine Mitch McConnell? Will bring the bill to vote this week, although McConnell has previously said he would only bring a vote to the floor if it had the support of both Republican and Democrat leaders. The shit's been voted on already. Passed unanimously. But because Mitch McConnell is in the White House right about now, somewhere in the White House with a stick up his ass, okay, he's making a point to like, hold out. I want to show the president loyalty, even if I am sucking his ass. Nice. I tell you, I mean, come on, how can you sit here and obviously, you know, tell me that he's doing the best job possible when he's not? Okay, hi, Gloria. How? Okay, I'll show you how. Because this jackass, okay, makes it so onerous. Okay, he's onerous. So onerous on things. In a 30-day period, 40 freaking angry tweets threatening Michael Cohen, calling out Nancy Pelosi, calling out Chuck Schumer, saying all of his little pettiness and his little petty bullshit just to get a rise out of people. Chaos and confusion. There's no order in any of that. The only reason why chaos and confusion happens is there's an explosion. And in the course of the Illuminati, and it's always written in their little prayer book, there has to be some sort of chaos in order for us to change society. We're falling right for it, aren't we? I love it. Okay, now, from Axios, Cheeseburger answers Pelosi on State of the Union. A contract is a contract. What freaking contract is a contract? That you will not open the government because you are acting like a 72-year-old, 60-pound orange baby? Baby man. Baby man. Baby man. Baby man. Hakanatum. Woo brothers, what's up? What's up? Wu-Tang in the house. Yo. Okay? Wu-Tang. Word up. What up? I appreciate you coming through, bro. So here it is. Oh, and I'm on. If you guys missed this one and everything, you can always get to YouTube. Make sure you hit that bell, like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anyway, from Axios, Cheeseburger answers Pelosi on State of the Union. A contract is a contract. Cheeseburger teased Sunday that he is, quote unquote, still thinking about the State of the Union speech. Never mind the furloughed workers. 800,000, damn near 1 million of them, sitting up behind stores. Corporate America now has to sit up and take care of society because Cheeseburger is not no leader, okay? He does not care about you. He does not care about your neighbor. He does not care about your job. He does not care about the welfare of your kids going to college. He wants to make sure that everybody is stupid. So that way he comes up with these brilliant ideals that seem far-fetched. Actually, they're just resurfacing from 1935 when it was completely allowed and legal to be racist. Okay? Do we understand this now, or are we still thinking that this man has no permanent solution to anything, no long-term solution? Isn't this neo-feudism that we're living in right now? He goes on to say, Nancy, I'm thinking about the State of the Union speech. The one that he put that she says, until this government opens, you ain't saying nothing, Jack. Whose house? Pelosi's house. Like that. Okay? Like that. Don't worry, Facebook. That's why I went to YouTube and so forth, because I knew that these jackasses were going to do this. Straight up. You start talking ill about cheeseburger, everybody starts to like, we better censor this. We better censor this. You cannot censor the First Amendment. Okay? You can't. You damn sure can't censor me. At all. Whether I write, whether I broadcast, or whether I put it in music, I'm going to say something that is going to piss you off. I'm going to say something that is going to make you think. I'm going to say something that's going to make you learn to look out for crap. Okay? That's passing the torch. America doesn't like that. Why do you think they killed off the Black Panther Party? Pelosi on Wednesday requested that the president reschedule his annual speech or submit it in writing, citing security concerns exacerbated by the ongoing government shutdown, which entered its 30th day on Sunday. Now, this year's State of the Union address should be concluded at a McDonald's parking lot. Come on, it would be right there where he's comfortable. Okay, come on. Cheeseburger sitting up there killing Mary McCheese. Grimace, he did meet Grimace. Ugh, ugly, ugly, ugly. Ugly, but probably the most ugliest thing is not cheeseburger, but his counterparts. All of those ass-licking bootlickers, paper tigers, okay? Yes, I can say that. Why? Because because my balls are bigger than his head. Washington Post, Pence links Trump's push for a border wall to Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. One, not only no, but heck no. Professor Nigel Daring, good morning and happy Martin Luther King birthday to everyone that joins the crowd. We also got it on YouTube if you need to go back and reference some things. Here it is on the eve of Halloween, commemorating the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Vice President Pence seemed to liken President Trump's push for a border wall to the civil rights leader's legacy. Okay, first and foremost, it is nothing clearly, remotely near it at all. This is a fabrication coming from a man whose hair is so white. Toilet paper is like sending out toilet paper is basically sending out, Amber Alerts. Okay? He is whiter than the president. He is whiter than the KKK. Okay? Straight up. This is evil incarnate. And to have a blasphemous mouth open up and say, oh, well, it's just like Martin Luther King. So, it is not the racist that we see. It is the racist puppeteer who is behind the racist. He goes on to say, one of my favorite quotes from Dr. King is, now's the time to make real the promises of democracy. Democracy. What asinine ideal does democracy have to do with a damn wall? Nothing. Nothing at all. Don't worry, Facebook people. They're trying to reconnect here. And as I keep telling you, it's on YouTube. All right? Now. Okay? So. Okay? All right. Now, how can you sit there and say, now's the time to make real the promises of democracy? Democracy works when your leader is competent, when your leader has has some sort of iota of intelligence, okay? But now we're dealing with nanoparticles, where protons have different streams between each other. He is nowhere in that. Okay, come on. That's exactly what Cheeseburger is calling Congress to do. Come to the table with the spirit of good faith. We'll secure our border. We'll reopen the government, and we'll move our nation forward, as the president said yesterday, to even the border discussion about immigration reform in the months ahead. No, 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 no. Mike Pence, you are a fucking idiot. Not only that, but you are a racist idiot to go with it. I mean, come on. Anybody who names his wife mother, there's got some pedagogic issues going on, okay? Straight up and down. Pardon my mouth. Sorry about that. But we're still trying to put dreamers on a part-time basis, not realizing that you could add better constriction modes on border security with technology than to go with some outdated medieval thought about putting up a freaking wall because you want your name on it. That's all. Remember, people, as we saw footage of those internment camps, those cages, those places that are GSA approved for holding people, immigrants, illegally in this country for no apparent reason than to make money off, the first thing you see when you go into them is cheeseburgers' rotted fucking face. Don't think about it, people. 5.7 billion to put the face of racism on the wall. That's all. That's what he wants. It's all about branding his name. I'm telling you now, this is what this fool does. Where else would BuzzFeed come up with the stuff that is like, you know, that Cohen was told to lie? Russia building a freaking hotel or mausoleum or whatever in Russia, in Moscow. When the man has had more than 5 conversations with Putin and nobody knows what they said in between each other. Maybe it's because, have you finished making that tape yet? Okay. R. Kelly probably like saying, well, I'm about to go to jail and this guy's running the country. Power corrupts, people. Power does corrupt. Democrats who have long sought protections for the beneficiaries of the Deferred Action Childhood Arrivals Program, who are known as Dreamers, immediately rejected the proposal, arguing that the president should reopen before any talks on border security begin. Conservatives saw the president's proposal as amnesty. I mean, come on. When I look at this picture and so forth, I look at cheeseburger and I'm like, damn, dude, stay out of the tanning move. Good Lord. On Sunday, Pence appeared on multiple shows to deferred cheeseburger proposal, which he said provides a framework for ending the shutdown. No, it does not. What it does is it opens a hole so big, okay, that you can like look at it. You ever done that, that eyeball thing where you take like a little tube and so forth, and you look and you put your hand behind it on the side of it, and you see the hole, and it creates that little illusion and everything. That's what I see in the hole of Cheeseburger's face because of that giant ass. All right. Technology. Okay, we cannot sit here and say, okay, yeah, we got problems with our borders because we instigated that crap when we booted MS-13 from out of America into Central America. The Monroe Doctrine has allowed us to do that, people. Just as bad as those stupid little Catholic kids, okay, from out of Clantucket. No mention to like, Colonel Sanders, who stole his recipe from a black woman. Anyway, when you see the leader lie and redact, those little bastards did the exact same thing. How dare you insult, harass, and harangue not only a Vietnam veteran, but a Native American for that matter. In other words, there were no borders for generations. There were no walls. People came and go, and people trusted and worked with each other. You do this wall crap, and guess what? You make isolation a freaking mental issue. Yeah, you can isolate yourself, isolate yourself. Just because this man lived an isolatory life and he picked and chose whatever the hell he wanted to do. Come on, $500 million of his father's money went right out the fucking window and nobody said shit. But yet still, Russia has always been funneling money left and freaking right. And you mean to tell me, America, you mean to tell me this man is running the country like a freaking business? If he was he's running it like that, come on, why is he killing the middle class? He is making a dividing line between the haves and the have-nots that much more wider. This motherfucker gonna sit here and say, guess what? I feel like Martin Luther King, and I'm trying to make this happen for democracy. There is nothing wrong with democracy. It's the people who try to control it. And this control freak, I know his sex life looks like crap because he's still trying to ask Melania to end the shutdown. Anyway, and to equate such a legacy is not only, major hypocrisy, it is also a slap in the face to the black community. Now, granted, Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter was in the Women's March and sit there and say, we can bring an end to gun violence. We can be the generation that usurps the garbage that is happening now. That's a very scary thought coming from a little 8-year-old kid. But if she means it, okay, she's got spirit. I give her that. And she's not afraid of a big crowd either. So if she can do that and invoke not only women, not only men, but a populace of people of all races to realize that the real dream is diversity. And without diversity, this crap about the wall, connecting that to Martin Luther King, is the most acidine, racist crap I ever seen since Tomi Lahren and Cardi B had their beef online. Okay, come on. You're talking about two squad bitches that got nothing upstairs. For real. Halfway point, people. This is the KTNG Morning Show. And of course, I always offer our items of tour de jour. Okay, you can get yourself a Bushwick Bill back ass boomerang. So whenever you see a MAGA hat wearing idiot, you can throw this shit, knock the hat off, and it comes right back to you. Ghetto made. It's got rubber bands. Okay. Also, we also have our mug. Everybody on YouTube, get to our website, get a freaking mug. Because as I expand this parameter, I'm going to be on 5 different channels starting next month. Okay, so yeah, that's called expansion plan, and people will pay. Now you can actually get one of these mugs. There you go. Get one. Get one. Get one. Proves you're cool. It holds a lot of stuff like flash drive, Flash Gordon, that sort of thing. Even sucker punch, and also my plastic gun. But please do not download that plastic gun thing because people have been getting injured and it's not cool. Okay. Anyway, rolling through the issue of cheeseburger being a dunce. Now, as we like to say, the cheeseburger, I keep telling people, when stuff rolls downhill, okay, when stuff rolls downhill, why are people so quick to imitate the stupidity that it comes from? All right, why? Because we saw it on TV. That is the weakest excuse, okay? I saw it on TV and I thought it looked cool. I went out there and did it myself and I didn't get the results I was looking for, but at least I attempted. So we gratify stupidity, right? Really? Now I'm thinking at some particular point that if there is a mark of intelligence in America, then obviously there should be a marked level of stupidity that reigns supreme. And what better notion of stupidity than to see that it does roll downhill. Now, I'm not talking about those stupid little Catholic kids, okay? Those sexually repressed Catholic kids. I mean, come on. These guys are going to be like pedophiles pretty soon when they grow up. To hear them try and redact what they said and say, oh, we offer a different opinion. We don't want to be expelled from out of school. These are all my friends and buddies, and this is the best we can do, and da-da-da-da. Come on, you had the one person that wasn't even there write the damn story for you. You're paying them off. Come on. You kids ain't that damn smart. I see right through your garbage. Speaking of garbage, New York Times reports blackface video has elite New York private school in uproar. Oh. What's wrong, people? We don't like blackface, but yet still we try to waste the blackface. Really? I guess that's the reason why there's a conspiracy behind Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. Dazia Eto! Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Yes, Boogaloo champion of the world. Okay? I doubt seriously if anybody can ever have a class as big as his. I mean, worldwide. Worldwide. Okay? Worldwide. Look out. You've got to be kidding me. They took that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Nope. No. Okay? Because that's garbage. That's garbage, people. I love it when people like to, try to, block me. I love it. Y'all gotta forget. Come on, come on. I'm old enough to recognize when pinball went to video, okay, and pinball machines started becoming video games. I understand how to take apart a computer, C++ it, and build it back again. So, what makes you think you're that good hacking? Anyway, the monkey house. All right, here we go. Blackface video has elite New York private school in an uproar. 2 white girls in blackface grunted and swung their arms like apes. Well, needless to say, they didn't have to be blackface for that. I mean, come on, you got thin ears, thin lips, and a flat ass. And you're hairy. Most of you are hairy. So, if anything, that makes you more closer to the ape than anything else. So, somewhere between y'all losing your natural melanin skin color and during the bouts of leprosy that culturally struck you down and has become what you are now, then obviously you did exactly what your ancestors have been doing. Now, they jumped up and down to playing music playing in the background, moving in front of a camera, sneering as a third girl recorded them. The 6-second snippet was recorded about 2.5 years ago, but it resurfaced a month thrusting Poly Prep County Day School in Brooklyn, one of New York City's elite private schools, into a national conversation about racism. This is the thing that Martin Luther King was fighting. The systemic racism, the generational racism that was soon to follow after the 60s. Okay? A lot of you placate to that crap. Yes, I'm talking about you out there in Chicago's so-called gang warfare, where everybody's sitting up there doing revenge killings over stupid-ass videos, okay? And you don't think that you think that you're so insular in your thinking that you don't think that nobody else outside of your shit will look at it and say, there goes the ignorance of the black man right there. I think we can mimic that and show them exactly what they look like. Because we have such great avenues of technology, we're stupid enough to do it, aren't we? Yeah, shake your head yes, because you have done so already. Story goes on like this. On Friday, hundreds of Poly Prep students dressed in black walked out into the assembly, filtered into the hallways, and staged a 1-hour sit-in, which for the first reported by Polygon, the student newspaper. Same day on the eve of the holiday weekend, honoring the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the video of the Poly Prep students was lumped into a montage of other imagery that swept across social media like a virus. From the University of Oakland, of a female student with her face painted black and using what sounded like a racial slur, and a video of white male students wearing Make America Great Again hats, who had encountered a Native American veteran of the Vietnam War outside the Lincoln Memorial last Friday. A longer version of that video posted over the weekend led to divergent new views about what had actually taken place. By Saturday, the Poly Prep video had gone viral with the help of the article from the Daily News. On Sunday, Mayor Bill de Blasio weighed in. Poly Prep has some real explaining to do. And what's absolutely clear is that the conversation about racism at the school is long overdue. I think a conversation of racism has been long overdue for the last fucking 60 damn years. 1916. Look it up. There's your joke for the freaking month. On the King holiday weekend, we are now dealing with blatant racism of a younger generation. Did not Martin Luther King Jr.'s great-granddaughter set up and say, no, enough is enough? When are you going to get over yourselves? When you actually blow yourselves up? Oh, that's right. You can't do that yet because you haven't finished building all those underground cities that are going to harbor nothing but, quote unquote, those who want to make America great again. I fucking die. Okay? I fucking die at that. Because it is so hilarious. Speaking of more hilarity, Sacramento Bee did speaking Spanish get this cook fired from her ritzy restaurant. I think somewhere along the line, we lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us who by the way we act, we've lost our mind. Given that, Sacramento, California, Francisca Perez came to Osteria Fazlo, a high-end Italian restaurant in Davis, California, searching for a job in 2007. She had years of kitchen experience in Mexico, but minimal English skills, having crossed the United States border, southern border, 4 years prior. Perez told the Sacramento Bee in an interview the restaurant owner Leonardo Fazlo told her in Spanish not to worry. She could start cooking that day if she wanted to. Notice that the guy spoke in Spanish. Okay? Perez worked at Stereo for 11 years, making dishes such as braised rabbit stew and polenta for some of Davis's wealthiest diners until May of 2018. Oh. What does this sound like a Mar-a-Lago story where you're rich and you can hire undocumented people and immigrants, and then you want to turn your back on them because they do great work? That's not helping the employment pool. Do you see anybody, white or black, going into that damn restaurant working for them? No. The most exploitive thing I've seen so far is when restaurants do that. Hotels do that. Businesses do that. And then you have the offset of that because the white man drives the wedge between you. Straight up. People of color come together and realize who the real enemy is in this whole shit. All right? Now, during the dinner rush that night, Palazzo allegedly overheard her taking an order from a waitress, Janet Rieles Neva, in Spanish. For that, Perez alleged Fazlo screamed at her, pounded her table, mockingly, asked if she wanted him to add burritos to the menu, and told her she needed to learn English to keep her job in front of her 11-year-old son who had just walked in. The hypocrisy in this is that, people. When you are paid a certain wage, or you are a business owner and you want a certain amount of shit to go your way, you don't just hire people because you're friendly to them. You don't just hire people just to give them a break. You hire them for their experience, the character they bring, the diversity they bring. Now, my question is this: how many Spanish-speaking people go to this place to eat? Oh, that's right, they're wealthy. It's for wealthy white people. Not wealthy black people, not wealthy brown people at that either. Which was kind of messed up. The Center for Workers' Rights and Sacramento-based legal services nonprofits for low-wage workers filed a complaint on Perez's behalf with the Department of Fair Employment and Housing. They're gonna get in that ass. Oh no, the government shut down, so it's gonna take months. Moving right along. Probably I want to put this in perspective so this way you guys can understand. All the stories that I've read about here is all based on how much generational racism has leapt into the forefront. Cheeseburger has now resurfaced that. Not only in the older white men who cannot, for the love of God, read, write, or hold a job. Even though most of the population is going to be by 2060 and whatnot, you guys are going to be in the minority. Plain and simple. And you see that. That's your long-term fear. There's no long-term investment in this country economically. Does not only save yourselves, but to save this country from going into recession. We're looking at that. You got 2 months left, people, before we start dipping in recession. 2 months. Furloughed workers can't work that long. They're still waiting on their paychecks, and Cheeseburger's sitting up there saying, oh, I thank you guys for doing exactly what you're doing. You're supporting me. I mean, if you want to support the guy, give him some Vaseline and some Kleenex and point him out to the bathroom like everybody else that's a freaking incel. All right. Axios, MLK on economics, a brief primer. Remembered as a great orator and a champion for human rights, Martin Luther King Jr. also was a deep thinker on economics. Hence, the Homeless Rights Coalition, which has been marching around this country for the last 2 years, trying to make people realize that there is an issue with homelessness in this country. Now that Cheeseburger laughs at global climate and people are being buried underneath snow on the East Coast, 6,038 feet high, I don't see a drop of snow anywhere. Why? Because I'm in a pocket. Okay? I'm in a pocket. We barely get snow. It's a little chilly, but that's it. Now, for the rest of you bumbarasses out there, freezing your asses off, laying all the way down. King's philosophy, has also been painted as a socialist because he advocated for the redistribution of wealth, referenced Karl Marx, and even called for a guaranteed annual income. But Keynes repudiated socialism and communism, noting that his 1967 speech, "Where do we go from here?" and that'll be on later today, people, that when it came to communism, I have to reject that. I love it how the right wing, the alt-right, and everybody else in their mama, okay, that's wearing or walking around with a MAGA hat being an idiot, reflects to that. They will take the day of someone who simply had a philosophy of nonviolence, who simply had a vision for distributing the wealth equally. Now that we have this neo-feudism, it's okay to divorce without a prenup. Right, Jeff Bezos? Keynes' economic philosophy would find him a few ideological allies in today's political climate. He argued forcefully that there was something wrong with capitalism. Sentiment gaining popularity among Democrats today. You know why? Because, okay, because there are so many new Democrats, about 48 of them, they're all calling for an impeachment of this. Impeachment is a political process. It's not a social process. It's a political process. It just means that it shows that the president is basically incompetent and does not know what he's doing. Everybody in the news industry has called this man a complete idiot. Those who suck this man's nuts left and fucking right are basically hanging on to those hairs of loyalty, which he can clip off at any given time because he sunbathes regularly in the White House. Either that or he just forgot to take a bath and his skin is just naturally orange. Okay? I mean, come on, man. I know what Infantago looks like on white people. Trust and believe. Okay? But King also warned against traditional government welfare programs, saying that these were not inherent value to work and that a job could not be replaced with government handouts or jobs for jobs' sake, a popular talking point among today's Republicans. It is the work of men who somehow find a form of work that brings the security for its own sake of the state of society where want is abolished. Where do we go from here? Work of this sort could be enormously increased, and we likely to find that the problems of housing, education, instead of preceding the elimination of poverty, will themselves be affected if poverty is first abolished. But we can't do that because we got some greedy fat bastard sitting up there running his mouth about him and how much money he's going to strip from. If you are in the middle class, if you are a farmer, if you are a poor white person who is still sitting there just, oh, I know he's going to come through. I know we just have to be patient. We just have to wait. Every time they move the football closer to the goal post, they keep moving it back. They keep moving it back. Why? Because they don't have a play. They don't have anything to throw down the field long distance. They don't have a fucking plan. None of them do. And they got right about now is to make sure that their president doesn't go to jail. A last priority. I say that for that nepotistic looking bunch of pedagogic pedophiles you got as a family. I'm talking about Don and Eric Jr. Jan, they look like some frosty looking vampires if you ask me. I mean, maybe they'll be on this version of Passage, whatever. Possibly. Possibly. So there it is, people. There it is. We got all of this mess. But wait, there's more. Now, considering that most of you MAGA-headed idiots out there think that, oh, the border is a national threat. Oh, they're digging tunnels under the fence, which needless to say, it doesn't matter if you put a wall or a fence there. People are going to find a way around it if they want to. They're not going to come by the legal ports of entry. Drugs do. Okay, come on. Come on. Do we not see this, people? It's easier to smuggle drugs into the country than to come into the country illegally. And even then, it's still a freaking misdemeanor. It's not even a fucking felony, which some people think it is. Oh, they're bringing children. Oh, they're bringing women and children and da-da-da. Why would women and children come up here if it hadn't been for our stupidity and putting the MS-13 down there in the first fucking place? Yeah. Duh. But it's all about national security, ain't it? It's about fear-mongering, ain't it? It's all about, oh, it's the end of our world. No, it's the end of your genetic flaw. That's what it is. Come on. Millennials are waiting way longer to have kids. It wasn't like everybody's out there just bumping and grinding and going and for it. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. We do have a national emergency. As far as the military is concerned, you know, never mind the 4 dudes that like got bumped in Syria by ISIS, even though Mike Pence, Pence, you know, the guy who is so white he makes race banning on Johnny Quest look dark. Look like a Negro. Reuters, U.S. calls Russia to destroy new missile system. Hypersonics. Oh my God. Didn't the Pentagon say we didn't have anything to combat that shit? Russia now has this instability of the world in its hands. It has systematically gotten the electoral process and disseminated confusion and chaos and division in this country. The United States calls on Russia on Monday, today, to destroy a new cruise missile system, which it is said was a quote-unquote direct and continuing violation of the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty and accused Moscow of destabilizing global security. Excuse me, but there are good people on both sides of this. Russia, Vladimir, I spoke to Vladimir Putin, and he is a strong person, a strong man who strongly denies that he had anything to do with any kind of collusion. Our president, or your pendejo, okay, baboso, really threw America underneath the bus. And we've been sitting underneath that damn bus since then. But lo and behold, Russia has found a way of saying, you know something, now we got these idiots worried about themselves and about the corrupt idiot we put in charge for their country. Now we can develop our own kind of stuff. You know, we don't have to make nuclear weapons. We just have to make them faster. Yeah. The United States last week rejected a Russian offer to save the landmark INF treaty, which keeps nuclear missiles out of Europe, because it could not be properly verified, setting the stage for Washington to withdraw from the pact next month. We get out of NATO. We withdraw from every other country thinking we can support ourselves, right? Isolationism. Love it. Like it. Like we're so big and bad and we can take care of ourselves, right? I think the Beatles have, I get by with a little help from my friends. And if diversity is not in America's greatest subject at this particular time, then fine. You're going to look for many instances to where people are going to start coming up missing. Fortunately, the United States increasingly finds that Russia cannot be trusted to comply with its arms control obligations. And that is its coercive and malign actions around the globe have increased tensions. There is no immediate response to the Russian delegation at the 65-member state Geneva Forum, which has opened its 2019 session. Cheeseburger doesn't want to fly overseas because he got embarrassed. He doesn't want to go to any of these things because he looks stupid. Come on, you saw what happened at the UN when it was here in New York. I did more things than any other president in history in the United States, and everybody laughed at his ass. They're still laughing. The whole world is laughing. And we have that jackass to think of. We have the jackasses that follow that jackass to think of. We have the jackass behind those jackasses to follow that jackass to be thankful for. Come on. It's not a simple rant I review. I'm just basically pointing out the fact that, yes, you have a blatant idiot who will do and stop at nothing to ruin this country of $1. Yeah. Neo-feudism is at an all-time high. Oh, why, oh, why? Oh, why, oh, why? Oh, why, oh, why? Yes. America and its populace have just turned into a bunch of punks. I call you that because, for one thing, you allow this shit to go on. Don't stand up. John Goad, author of the Redneck Bible, says this, and I quote it every single time. The minute we stop this class crap and realize that we're all human beings is the minute our government will fear us. The only way to do that, people, is to accept diversity. There's no segregation in heaven. Only here on the earth as we make it as a promissory dream. Those who think they're in. Simple, people. Real simple. So, if anything, let's just put it this way. While we are being distracted on so many different issues and so many different ways of being distracted, you have to think that chaos and confusion is supposed to be like like a business model. If it's such a business model, then how in the hell is the United States has refused for 14 years to give Cheeseburger a single freaking loan? How? Except for Deutsche Bank, which washes the money of oligarchs from Russia. And it kind of like, makes me wonder upon, Cheeseburger's availability to play upon the stupidity of people. He said in 1984 that if the Republican Party ever make me president, you guys are in trouble. Here we are. I'm not right about this shit. I just walk through history with it. Okay, come on. Y'all should, if you don't want this to happen to you, then do something about it. Every community band up. Every state band up. Straight up. All you knuckleheaded ass gangbangers out there, man up. Put a bullet in this fool's head if you can. Go down in history as the man who did it. Go down in history as the woman who did it. I mean, come on. It couldn't be that hard. The man's got a mushroom dick. All right? Say good morning to all of y'all out there in TV land. Okay. On TV land, as we call it. On YouTube. Good morning, Walter Jenkins, the man who remembers. Contacted me first. Glenn Company, good morning. He basically is just ignorant and doesn't want to do nothing. Sorry, little bro. Had to throw you in the bus there for a minute. I'm not going to give off all my family members' names and so forth for a simple reason because, one, they're too busy chasing clout. They're clout chasing right now. Quetzal Ilza, good morning. Vladimir Ronan Seryoka, good morning. Garrett Jones Morgan, good morning. Tanika Williams, good morning. That's right. Jamie Mantong, happy birthday and good morning. That's right. Rakesh Brown, good morning. Chago Flo, good morning. Jerome Pittman, good morning. Jesse Wilson, good morning. Let's see. Also, Marilyn Reyes, good morning. Right. Everybody. Oh man, I got about 4 minutes here. Okay. Okay. All of my peoples in Compton, you know who you are. Juan Garcia, Maria Villarreal, Queen of Compton, good morning. Also, SpongeBob, good morning. That's right. SpongeBob with your square-headed self. Use another sack ass. You're a sack ass of shit too. Also, good morning to Wu-Tang, Universal Zulu Nation around the world, Zulu Nation. That's right. Love, peace, unity, and happiness, and having fun. And I have fun doing this. Because if I don't put you guys up on what kind of news is out there, then maybe we won't have to wait for somebody to disseminate this and make us go reactionary in the first place. At least you got somebody reactionary enough to look through this and give you an objective opinion about it. And if my opinion is all that in a bag of chips, then maybe somebody will give me a Peabody Award. I don't know. Who cares? Who knows? Why bother? But also, good morning, Tina Hightower. Good morning. Also, to so many beautiful people. I swear. Oh my God. Gloria Anderson, good morning. Mark Briggs, good morning. DJ Kirk Tavis, good morning. Shango Oyo, good morning. Also, Tom Bacon, good morning. That's right. Let's see. Also, Jason Anthony, good morning. Mary Grafsky, good morning. Bridget Larkins, good morning. That's right. Stephanie Rivas, good morning. Woman, get some damn long johns. I know it's cold up there. Yolanda Hubbard, good morning. Peace, Seth. All right. Also, Skyski Rio, good morning. I don't know where you at. Yuki Abnubis Doshi Suzuki, good morning. TT Boga, good morning. All my new people I just tagged up this morning, good morning. Luke Cage, Power Man, you know him. That's right, Studio 101, or Studio Mothership Collection. Right? Also, Tajuki Nakako, good morning. Yuka Matsuda, good morning. And as well as everybody around the world, all 15 countries, good morning. Keep in mind, people, this is Martin Luther King's birthday. Therefore, we should observe it as well. But most importantly, we should observe the fact that he made civil rights available for all of us who can walk down the street. normal things like anybody else. Till we start a barbecue and Barbecue Becky shows up and she's calling the cops on us. Think about it. Who gave you the right to be like the freaking social police? Anyway, get out there, have some fun, but most importantly, people, love one another as God planned it, not by some made-up idolatrous man who thinks he is. Follow your dreams and listen to what it means to be a being. Share those stories, and those stories will be shared back with you. Lift somebody up today. Make them smile. Make them laugh. It is the most human thing that we can actually do, and most importantly, it is the best thing we can do right about now. Because we do have one of the world's biggest jokes running a fucking country, and for some stupid reason, we're laughing, we're mad, and we're pushing this bastard up out of here. One term, that's it. Remember, people, it's up to us all. Power to the people. People. Right, all people. Purpose. Peace, Facebook, we outie 5,000. Peace, YouTube, we outie 5,000. And peace to everybody around the world. Love, peace, and chicken grease, people. KTNG 860am.org, KTNG.org, 501c status nonprofit. We rock it this way. And make sure you have yourself a safe and wonderful Martin Luther King Jr. Day.